Hello everyone and welcome to the session. This is Ashima Shukla, your current affairs and banking awareness faculty on Entri platform. And in this session, we are going to talk about all the major news events that have taken place in the past days. The discussion is going to involve all the important news events, and at the end of the session, we will also be talking about a few questions that can be framed from the news events that we are going to talk about. After that, you can also take up free live quiz if you want to continue practicing on the news events. The quiz is going to be available on Entri app, for which the link is in the description section below. Now, starting on the discussion of news events, the first is Forbes Billionaires List 2022. Now, this Forbes Billionaires list was released recently. According to the list, Tesla and SpaceX chief Elon Musk has topped the list to emerge as the richest person in the world with a total estimate of 219 billion US dollars. Second in rank was Amazon chief Jeff Bezos and Louis Vuitton chief Bernard Arnault, second and third position respectively. In terms of India, Reliance Industries chairperson and managing director Mukesh Ambani ji has retained the richest Indian with a total net worth of 90.7 billion US dollars. In global position, he has been ranked at a 10th position. Now, after that, second in India or 11th position was Gautam Adani ji. So Gautam Adani ji was at the second position or 11th rank overall with 90 billion US dollars. Third in India was Shivnadar ji at a rank of 47. In women's category, we have cosmetics giant of L'Oreal's founder's granddaughter, Francoise Bettencourt Meyers, who is the richest woman in the world with a net worth of 74.8 billion US dollars. In terms of India, we have Lakshmi Mittal ji, who is the richest woman in we have Savitri Jindal ji. Savitri Jindal ji at 91st rank or overall is the richest woman in India with 17.7 billion US dollars of net worth. Then we have RBI Monetary Policy revision, which took place. So six-member Monetary Policy Committee to announce the first monetary policy revision of this year. They have voted to keep repo rate unchanged at 4%. Reverse repo rate has been kept unchanged at 3.35%. Projected GDP growth rate has been reduced to 7.2% for financial year 23, which was earlier 7.8%. It has been reduced to 7.2%. CPI inflation projection has been retained to be increased to 5.7% for financial year 23, which was earlier at 4.5%. RBI will manage excess liquidity of 8.5 lakh crore rupees from the system from beginning of this year. It has also normalized the liquidity adjustment facility corridor to the pre-pandemic level at 50 basis points recently. These are the few changes that took place out of it. Apart from that, we have standing deposit facility, which has been introduced at 3.75%. So 3.75% is the standing deposit facility SDF. Coming to the one-liners, we have that according to the data released by Ministry of Commerce and Industry, India's trade deficit in 2021-22 has increased by 87.5% to 192.41 billion US dollars. The total exports during 2021-22 have increased to a record high of 417.81 billion US dollars, while the imports have increased to 610.22 billion US dollars, which led to a trade gap of 192.41 billion US dollars. Saharhul, which is the most popular tribal festival in Jharkhand to mark New Year, was celebrated recently. It is celebrated according to Hindu calendar, the first month of that calendar, that is the Chaitra month, on 3 days. This is a celebration of 3 days. And the tribes which celebrate this festival are Orao, Munda and Ho tribes. Ministry of Electronics and IT has formed an advisory committee of experts for Semicon India program. Advisory committee will be chaired by Union Minister of Electronics and IT Ashwini Vaishnav ji, Minister of State for Ministry of Electronics and IT Rajiv Chandrasekhar ji is going to be the vice chairperson of this committee, and the Semicon India program has been approved by the Union Cabinet in the last year December month. Hindustan Aeronautics Limited (HAL) has signed memorandum of understanding with Israel Aerospace Industries to convert civil passenger aircraft to multi-mission tanker transport aircraft in India. Once HAL converts pre-owned civil aircrafts into air refueling aircraft, these planes will replace the IL-78 mid-air refueler that are being currently utilized by India. China successfully launched a new Earth observation satellite Gaofen 303 on 7th of April from Zhuokan Satellite Launch Center on board a Launch March 4C rocket. The new satellite will be a part of Land-Sea Radar satellite constellation by forming a network on orbiting the Gaofen 3 and Gaofen 302 satellites. Noted Hindi poet and literaturer Professor Ramdarsh Mishra ji has been selected for Saraswati Samman 2021. He has been selected for this prestigious literary award for his Hindi poetry collection Main To Yahan Hoon, which was published in the year 2015. Saraswati Samman is instituted by KK Birla Foundation, carrying a 15 lakh rupees of cash award. A new book with the title The Maverick Effect has been released, which has been written by Harish S. Mehta ji, the founding member and first chairperson of NASSCOM. The book tells about the untold story of how 1970s and 80s a band of dreamers joined hands to create NASSCOM, which paved the way for IT revolution in India. Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports has contributed $72,124 towards UNESCO Fund for Elimination of Doping. As per the resolution of the 7th Conference of Parties held in Paris between 29 to 31 September 2019, state parties had agreed to contributing 1% of the regular budget of respective nation to UNESCO towards the Fund for Elimination of Doping in Sport. India has contributed double the amount of the minimum agreed value in this. In 2021, we had contributed $28,172. Incumbent Serbian President Alexander Vučić has won the 2022 presidential and parliamentary elections with a landslide victory to secure second 5-year term. He was first appointed as president in May 2017. Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh ji in Rajya Sabha presented the report Research and Development Statistics of National Science and Technology Management Information System, Department of Science and Technology, of which 16.66% of women scientists are working in research and development in science and technology organizations. International Energy Agency has announced that 120 million barrels of oil stock will be released to calm the rising global fuel prices. Annual Conference on Capacity Building for Disaster Response 2022 was organized by National Disaster Response Force, which Union Minister Amit Shah ji as the chief guest in this conference. Recently, 37th meeting of Parliamentary Official Language Committee was held in New Delhi, which was presided by Mr. Amit Shah ji. This meeting was also presided by him. 5.85 kg of cocaine was seized at Delhi Customs at Delhi Airport on 6th of April, which is the biggest at any airport in India. Tata Memorial Center has signed a partnership agreement with Dharmais National Center Cancer Hospital and PT Roche Indonesia to improve cancer care in Indonesia. It is a cancer patient navigation program under which individualized assistance will be offered to patients, families and caregivers to help overcome the healthcare system barriers. Niti Aayog is going to release a State Energy and Climate Index Round 1 ranking on Monday. In this ranking, there are going to be 6 parameters on the basis of which the ranking is going to be released, including the clean energy initiatives, energy efficiency, environment sustainability, and the new initiatives. Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways and Inland Waterway Security of India (IY) has organized Waterway Conclave 2022, which will be conducted in Dibrugarh, Assam from 11th to 12th of April. FICCI will be the industry partner in this. FICCI will be the industry partner in this, and it aims to speedy development of multimodal projects in the northeastern region. OIL signed an incubation agreement with Om Clean Tech Private Limited to promote hydrogen fuel based products. Om Clean Tech Private Limited is a startup that will be mentored by IIT Guwahati, and under the agreement, startup will develop 9M hydrogen fuel cell powered e-bus and a liquid organic hydrogen center. The OIL sponsors eligible startup under this scheme are SNEH, Startup Nurturing and Enabling Handholding. Ministry of IT, Information and Broadcasting has constituted an animation, visual effects, gaming and comics promotion task force, which will be constituted to promote Create in India and Brand India. AVGC promotion task force will be headed by the Secretary of the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting as per the recent announcement. And it will have secretaries of Skill and Development Ministry, Ministry of Education, Electronics and IT, and Industry and Internal Trade. National Health Authority organized Ayushman Sangam, which is a Southern Regional Review meeting to discuss the progress and implementation of Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana and Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission in the Southern States and Union Territories. It was organized in Mahabalipuram in Tamil Nadu, and the pilot launch of diagnosis related grouping was done in 5 states, being Chhattisgarh, Haryana, Kerala, Maharashtra and Meghalaya. Now, these were the news events. Now we'll be having a look at a few questions that can be framed and are important. First being, in the monetary policy announced in the month of April, what is the revised projection of the growth rate for financial year 23? So in terms of growth rate, the expectation has been reduced to 7.2% from 7.8%. Monetary Policy Committee has announced excess liquidity of what amount to be managed beginning this year. So from this year, the liquidity adjustment, the excess liquidity of 8.5 lakh crore rupees is going to be managed. Which body will be releasing State Energy and Climate Index Round 1 ranking? So this is going to come out from Niti Aayog. Waterways Conclave 2022 was held in which of the following place? That was in Dibrugarh in Assam, with FICCI as its partner. Which PSU has entered into agreement with Om Clean Tech Private Limited to develop a 9M hydrogen fuel based e-bus? So this agreement has happened recently, and it has happened with Oil India Limited. Animation, Visual Effects, Gaming and Comics Promotion Task Force is going to be headed by the secretary of which of the following department? So, from the secretary of this animation, visual effects and gaming comics is going to be from the secretary of Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, and they are going to promote Create in India and Brand in India. National Health Authority organized Ayushman Sangam to discuss the progress and implementation of ABPMJAY in the southern states. It was held in which of the following city? It was held in Mahabalipuram. With this, we'll be winding up this segment, and I hope this session has been helpful. We'll see you in the next video with more news events. Till then, have a great day ahead.